I guess a lot since we haven't seen you in a week. The one thing I do want to start about is we didn't get a definitive update on Riley Stillman last week. Is there more now?
He's out week to week, upper body.
That was from this game against these guys, right?
Correct.
Coming back to face them, I mean, does blood boil over when you think of a situation like that?
I mean, I think any time you play them or Utica, you just play them so often. There's always those types of things, a bad hit. That wasn't a dirty hit. It just happened. The teams don't like each other. So there's always blood that boils over against those two teams.
I guess on a positive note, you get a chance to have an all-star break. Did you yourself get an opportunity to kind of breathe and get away from the game?
Yeah, I did. It was nice. Nice to spend time with my family. Just take a step for a second, couple days. But as you know, I think probably all coaches, a couple days, and then your mind starts spinning on things that we got to get better at individually or collectively. And but it was a good break mentally, physically, and now it's time to get back after it.
In the past, I mean, the fourth season with this team, have you seen that break benefit teams in past seasons?
It's a good question. I don't know if I can answer that. I just think that the pro schedule is such that whenever the break is, you take it and you relish it. Like we were laughing, with Yuri Kulik, between the two World Juniors last year, the playoff run, training camp, rookie camp, he probably played 110 games. So whenever there's a break, whether you're humming or you're struggling, you take the break, you take the rest, and you use it to your advantage.
So speaking of breaks, I mean, I don't know how far out you're looking with the schedule. Is it fair to say that maybe really the last break of substance until this ride ends, whenever it does?
Yeah, hopefully for a long time. So, we have a really crazy schedule coming up starting next Wednesday. This is a normal schedule, right? You have 2 games on the weekend. That would be normal. Whether you played Wednesday or not, usually you do, but normally you'd have games on Friday or Saturday. So this is a normal week, and then starting next Wednesday, the schedule gets pretty crazy. It'll be important that we find times as a staff to map out little moments where maybe you can get an extra day instead of just 1 day off a week here and there, because rest is a weapon as it comes to late in the season.
How challenging is it to be to find those days, though?
You just have to trust. Sometimes you get to the point of the year that we're at, and you have to trust the work that you've done in advance of all this and not try to feel that you have to work on everything anymore. There's a reason we've practiced so hard all year. There's a reason we've put the time in as a team, but also the individuals have put time in. So there's habits and things that have built up that are a foundation of who you are now at this point of the season. So you don't have to keep going back to the drawing board.
Last weekend before the break, you guys got a split in Laval. Got a chance to take a look at Noah Lowen in your lineup. What did you think of him?
I thought he was excellent. It was a game we needed to win. We probably felt we deserved, maybe a better fate on Wednesday. We didn't get it. We were probably better than the score, even though we weren't quite good enough on Friday. And so now, you're coming off a week, I think that we'd won 3, or a couple weeks ago, we won all 3 games. You don't want to give those 3 back, right? So you felt like it was, it's getting to that time of year. It felt like it was a must-win game on Saturday a little bit, and really important game. And I thought Noah was really strong in the game. Like we were confident enough in his first game, in a big game on the road. He played 14, 15 minutes. He was out there in the last 10 minutes of the game multiple times. He was hard to play against. He was physical. He moved the puck efficiently. I thought he did really well in his first game with us.
One of the things that's been kind of common over the last couple of weeks is the struggles on the man advantage. There are points in this season where the power play has been as high as 4th, 5th in the league. It's 18th right now. When that struggles, what can be done to get it back on track?
Usually shooting. Really. They need to simplify and shoot the puck more. And it's easier said than done. Our breakout numbers continue to be good. They're not as good as they once were, but they're pretty good. That's not a dramatic issue. We don't shoot enough on the power play. And they're probably too cute and not taking advantage of the greatest strength of the power play, which is Murray and Mersch at the front of the net.
Is it possible too that Cooley, I mean, you talked about how him and Rose have been marked now. I think there's a noticeable difference in how much he's covered on the power play now versus even the beginning of the season. Like he's had a couple of one-time.
Yeah, but when you don't shoot, everybody's covered. Everybody's covered. Nothing opens up until you shoot. Like cute plays aren't there when you're trying to make cute plays. Cute plays, high-end plays, seam passes, backside one-timers, they open up after you put your opponent in chaos. And the only way you can put your opponent in chaos is by shooting and recovering rebounds, because then they're out of structure. And now say that you deliver a puck and you have a screen and the goalie barely sees it and he makes a save and it bounces into the corner. That's a moment that they're going to go pressure that puck. Every penalty kill is. They're probably going to send a forward and a D. Now, if you go win that retrieval and then make a play out of that, that's when the big time play opens up. That's when the great pass to the backside one timer or whatever that is opens up. We're starting power plays looking for big plays, and it's a horrible mindset, and it's hurting our team right now because our power play hasn't been near good enough for a month.
How important is this weekend then? I mean, I know every game is important, but it's 4 points against a team that you're chasing in division, looking up at. How big is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not any more important than the next game the following week, right? You know, I'm a believer that the biggest game you play is the game in front of you. And whether that's an Atlantic Division team or a North Division team, whether it's a team that's right behind us or right above us, like the standings are incredibly tight. You know, even Syracuse and Cleveland are a little bit ahead. Like most teams have games in hand on those teams though too. So this division, you know, you'll learn hard lessons in this division if you start thinking about, well, this game's more important than that game. Like every game, the next game in front of you is the most important game. So it's Syracuse tonight.
Starting goaltender tonight?
Levi will play tonight.
How good was he in the Val?
He was good, but we were excellent. He was good. We didn't ask him to put a cape on that night. You know, he just needed to be real quality, efficient Devin Levi, because we defended extremely hard. We attacked really well. We easily could have scored 4 or 5 in that game. Dobash was also outstanding. So, you know, we need to just continue that. He was really good against Syracuse on Wednesday. We defended really well in front of him again. And so, you know, over these last 20 games or so, we've defended at a much better rate, and it's allowed our goaltenders to show who they actually are, and we need to continue to do so. Day to day. Tyson Kozak is day to day, and he's close. I think he's not playing tonight. I think there would have been a better chance this weekend for Kozak if we had practice this week. He just hasn't had a lot of practice time because of the injury combined with the All-Star break. So maybe tomorrow, but he's heading towards likely for next week. Metza will be back in tonight. He was out day to day with lower body, but he was able to practice and felt good yesterday, so he'll be in tonight.